Day 105. Psalms 7, 27, 31, 34, and 52. There are moments in life when you feel misunderstood, overlooked, even wrongly judged. Times when doing right still leads to hardship, and trusting God feels like walking through fog. I pray that today's scripture whispers will be of great help. David cries out to God, defending his innocence. God does not only judge actions, he examines intentions. People may label you wrongly. They may misunderstand your silence, your kindness, or even your growth. Psalm chapter 7 reminds us that God sees beyond what people say. You don't always need to defend yourself. God can be your defense. Sometimes the pressure to explain yourself is overwhelming. But there is peace in knowing that truth does not need to shout. When you are wrongly judged, stay grounded. God is already handling what you cannot explain. Instead of exhausting yourself trying to prove your innocence to everyone, ask, am I right before God? If yes, rest. Truth has a way of surfacing. Psalm chapter 27 is bold and confident. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Fear is part of modern life. Fear of failure, rejection, uncertainty. But David doesn't deny fear. He overrides it with faith. He chooses to focus on who God is, not what he feels. You can feel afraid and still move forward. Courage isn't loud. It's often a quiet decision to trust God one step at a time. Confidence in God is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to trust despite fear. David still longed for safety. He still desired protection. Seeking God's presence is greater than seeking solutions. He says, "One thing I ask, to dwell in the house of the Lord, not solve my problems first, but stay close to God." When life feels uncertain, don't chase answers first. Chase God's presence. Peace follows presence. Moving on to Psalm chapter 31, we read where David speaks from a place of distress, fear, betrayal, emotional exhaustion. Yet he says, "Into your hands I commit my spirit." Surrender is not weakness, it is trust at its highest level. Letting go is hard, especially when you've tried so much already. God is closest when you feel most abandoned. There are seasons when life feels heavy, when prayers seem unanswered, and people don't show up for you. Yet David says, "Into your hands I commit my spirit." Even in pain, he chooses surrender. You don't need perfect faith to come to God, just honest faith. Bring your brokenness, your confusion, your tears. God handles fragile hearts with care. God can handle what you can no longer carry. You don't need to be strong all the time. It's okay to reach your limit. God steps in where your strength ends. From Psalm chapter 34 we reflect on times when you need hope, again. David says, "I will bless the Lord at all times," not after things get better, but at all times. This is powerful. Gratitude doesn't ignore pain. It reminds you that God is still present within it. Listen carefully when I say, praise is most powerful when it is chosen, not when it is convenient. David wrote this after escaping danger, not while everything was perfect. God is close to the broken-hearted, not the perfect-hearted. You don't need to have it all together to experience God. Your brokenness does not push God away. It draws him closer. Seeking God is not passive. It is intentional. Those who seek the Lord lack no good thing. Seeking God means making space for him daily, not just in crisis. Start small, pause, reflect, thank God for one thing each day. It rewires your focus from lack to provision. Lastly, Psalm chapter 52. This confronts deceit and wickedness. David contrasts a temporary success of evil with the lasting security of the righteous. Not everything that prospers is blessed, because it often seems like dishonest people succeed faster. But we are reminded that what is built on lies cannot last. God values integrity over appearance. David describes himself as a green olive tree in the house of God. Your roots matter more than your results. Steady, rooted, flourishing over time. Don't rush growth. Stay grounded in truth, character, and faith. What grows slowly with God lasts longer. These psalms don't ignore life's struggles. They speak directly into them. When you are misunderstood, God defends. When you are afraid, God strengthens. When you are overwhelmed, God holds you. When life shifts, God remains constant. When evil rises, God ensures justice. So today, wherever you are in your journey, pause and remember. God sees you. God knows you. And God is working, even when you don't yet understand how. If this message spoke to you, carry one whisper with you today. Reflect on it. Live it. Let it guide your steps. Until next time, Stay rooted, stay seeking, and stay trusting.